Okay.
What are you discovering here? Sounds like revelations.
Our stuff. Okay, so let's get rid of them.
Right. I'm going to be reading through this stuff, just so you know. So, if it's a bit loud, I apologize, or distracting. Okay, so we're looking at Niagara Quick Start. So the Niagara Quick Start is I'm just going to get us through an example, which should give us one of the examples we talked about before, which is to have little dust particles appear. It looks a bit crap, actually. But still, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, get us acquainted with creating it. It's going to be beginner, and we kind of need that as well. Oh, crap! Sorry. Effectively, I have to have 11 ongoing matches at the same time for it to cost money. But I can't just create a queue. I can just create a queue that gets ready to throw you into a match. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. And if your game had that many people playing it, then it might be worth you putting a bit of money into it, I guess, as well, to support it. But I'm not too sure what sort of costs are involved. Okay, so how to set up your project with meshes and materials to use in Niagara, how to create basic effect using Niagara emitters and your systems, and how to use Niagara effect to a character so that the effect displays in an animation. Niagara effect to a character. Oh, attach. Sorry, Niagara effect to a character so that the effect displays in an animation. That's the running animation that we've got. Okay, sweet. Okay, so for the duration of this guide, use the blueprint third-person template. Okay. You've not created a project in. Okay, so we need to just make a third. So I made a project. We're actually going to go ahead and make a different one. Just to follow this tutorial through. Okay, so we're going to go to our library. We want to launch latest version, and it should ask us if we want to make a new project. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm also going to turn the dark mode on. This is hurting my eyes at the moment. Looks a bit ugly, but I'd rather not strain my eyes. Okay, so we're going to make a new project. Let's bring this over so you guys can see me do it. Going to make a new project. We're going to go from the third person. And did they say to do it via blueprint? Hopefully not. Oh, they did say blueprint. I guess blueprint is fine for now. So, is this asking us, is it class, CPP or code, or is that on the next screen? They ask us that. I think it's the next screen. Oh yeah, blueprint here. With starter content enabled. Okay, that sounds fine to me. Quick start, we'll call this, I guess. Quick start example. There we go. Okay, so before you start creating your Niagara effect, you need to set up your project with some basic materials and assets that you'll be using for the rest of this guide. After you complete this section, you'll have everything you need to create your Niagara effect. So create a mesh shape. First thing you need to do in your project is First thing you need for your project is a mesh shape for your effect. You're going to create a little puff of dust that appears when your character runs. You can create the shape in a 3D modeling application and export it, then import it into UE4 project. Oh, right, okay. In the content browser, right click, do a new folder, create a folder. This quick start. Put all your assets into this folder, name it quick start. In your 3D modeling app, create a small cloud shape, such as the one below. Okay, so we gotta go ahead and do this, I guess, right?
Let's go.
Let's go. So Blender. I don't know how you merge like circles together. I guess we'll just chuck them over each other, I guess. File, new, general. I guess we're already in one. Oh, the Blender controls. Remember them. delete the cube, camera and light, delete. Okay, and then we want to add Shift A, a mesh, circle, no, sphere we wanted. Is there not just this? I guess it's got to be UV sphere.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So we want this. It's probably quite big at the moment. We'll scale it down by half. And then I guess it's going to be just a process of duplicating it.
What are we trying to achieve exactly?
They asked me to make a cloud shape thing like this.
Okay.
So it's yeah, I don't have to do it all out of one thing.
We can use Boolean, I guess, but still you need to create different objects. Yeah, you can duplicate it. Can we try with only 2 spheres, then I'll move on from there?
What, as in just have 2?
Shift D, yeah. Scale it in different axes and make it non-uniform. Okay, you can also, I don't know.
Well, I think one.
So it looks weird like this, right?
Yeah, but it's okay. It's just
okay, but it's easy to. Let's go. Let's select the first one.
Yeah.
Modifiers. The wrench.
Wrench. That's the one. Yeah.
Add modifier. Boolean. The third one. Yeah. Not the difference. So we need the union, I guess. Yeah. And the object is the second one, eyedropper.
Right.
Yeah. So what did it do exactly?
So it's now one shape sort of thing, is it?
Yeah. Try applying it and let's check how it looks in edit mode. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It seems to have attached it at least.
Weird artifacts, but
yeah, those things. Yeah, you're right. It does seem strange, doesn't it? I'm not too sure why.
I don't know either. Maybe normals. Select all and calculate normals again. Mesh. No.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to. I was undoing. Select alls and then in mesh, calculate normals somewhere in here.
Normals. Oh, actually, we could
recalculate outside.
Yeah. No help. I'm sorry. This is my Blender knowledge.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it's doing that weird thing, but
So you can use the Boolean to subtract meshes out of meshes. That's really fun to do.
Okay. Yeah. To leave little like holes and that. I'm not feeling too artistic with this at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna quickly. I'll add a few other circles to it very quickly. I read that as meatball then, not metaball. Add another one. Let's scale this by 0.25, and let's just move it. There, and then can we just Shift D to duplicate it? Scale this one there. Move it across something like that. Nah. Shift D. This looks so crap. But it told me to make something that looked like a ball with other balls coming out of it. Actually, there they did do a bit different. Ah.
It ended up.
I think I know the problem. It had, when we did it, it kept the old one as well.
Maybe, yeah.
So when I scaled that, the old circle was still underneath it. So
yes, that's it. Still, it ended up looking like COVID-20, I guess. Probably it should use smooth shading in the faces.
How'd you do smooth shading?
So after you boolean all of them, we'll get it done.
Okay, it's fine to me. Let me just shift and do that. This is high quality effects by me. I'm available for hire, by the way. There's still. How much you charging? The problem is I don't really know what I want it to look like. I just know that they had some balls with some bits coming off of it, you know? Alright, whatever. I don't know what to do with this.
It's okay. It looks great. It will look perfect.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic.
It was unreal.
Yes. Yes, everything's just great. There we go. Done. Okay, so now we select the big one and then we do booleans, is it? Can you only do one at a time?
I don't know.
Seems so. Can you add another boolean then? Doesn't like that name. Okay, so we need to just modify this. To look at the next one. Did I do 3 before? Yeah, so 4 and then one final one. And this is going to be... no, I did difference on the last one accidentally. It should be union. This is number 5. Okay, good. And then we're going to apply them. Apply. And then we kind of want to, we have that main one and then we can get rid of these. Let's just delete those. What's that one? I don't even know what that is. Where's that not even, I can't, how did I hide that? Who knows? There we go. I've got a beautiful effect now. So, what did you say about smoothing it, dude?
So go in the edit mode. Mesh Shading, smooth faces.
Why is it not letting me go into edit mode? There you go.
Drop down. Okay.
Yeah, mesh.
Shading.
Smooth faces. You say?
Yes.
There we go.
Perfect.
I mean, it's a bit of weirdness, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, what you got to do is just put them in the right place. Thanks,
also
Spacey.
looks like an organ or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. It's perfect.
It looked organic, you know?
Yes, that's what I was going for. Perfect organic particles when you run. Okay, so we got this. Let's export it quickly then as FBX. Where's my folder for this? Modeling. Let's make a new folder in here. And this is going to be called particle effects. Go into that. And this is just going to be what we called our quick start, I think it was, right? Yeah, we'll just call it that. Okay. So we've got that. We're now going to drag that in. I need to go to the editor. Go to my file explorer, sorry, over here. Need to find that particle effect model. There we go, great. So we can minimize that now. And now that we've got our editor open, we're going to make a new folder. It's going to be called Quick Start. And in there, it told us to import it. So we're going to import our model, like so. Keep it as it is. No smoothing group information was found. Enable the export smoothing groups option in the FX exporter. Okay, so apparently you can export with smoothing or something. I don't know whether that was an option here. When we had this, is there?
You can just export it like that?
Yeah, I did. It's just it gave a warning and I read the warning and it said something about you should always try and export with smoothing or something, but smoothing groups. But I'm not too sure I'm going to find.
Geometry? What about geometry?
Smoothing. Apply modifiers, export sub. I don't know if it's that. No.
What's the other options in smoothing other than normals only?
Face or edge. And smooth, yeah.
So I changed that option to get Unreal to work properly with. Remember, we had an issue with Spacey's assets.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes, I do remember the issues.
I don't know what I ended up doing though.
First of all, how dare you? It wasn't your issues it wasn't your assets that were the problem, Spacey. It was. Okay, we're fine. We're going to stick with it for now because it's not about making it look great. It's about doing the tutorial about particles. So that's fine. We've imported it. We've got this wonderful model now. It doesn't have any material. I guess we can make a material and apply it to it. Just a white material if we need to. Don't know whether they did that in their asset creator thing. When they made the asset themselves. Okay, now basic material to use for your dust cloud. Follow these steps. So we want to make material. Call this M dust poof. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So here, material M dust poof. Okay, we're going to go into that. Okay, so what did it say to go ahead and do then once we make it? So in here we need to go in and change it to translucent in the blend mode. Check the box for two-sided. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So blend mode is already translucent. Oh no, the blend mode, sorry. Yeah, translucent. Where's the two-sided bit? Was it under shading model? I think it might have been. It says two-sided foliage. Let's have another look at what it said, sorry. Check the box saying two-sided. In there. Sorry, there we go. I got it.
So I created a nebula, I guess.
Oh, let me have a look at yours. Sorry, yours was minimized on me. Oh, fancy. Yeah. That's really cool. So is that mixing? You basically made No Man's Sky. Well done.
Yes.
So is the tiny little balls a different particle system, right?
Particle emitter, not...
Emitter, sorry. Yes. Oh, that's the one you made earlier, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That looks pretty cool. Spacey said, wow.
So I ended up, like, you can see two different emitters in the system now.
Yes, I can see the... Let me maximize it to make it a little bit easier to read. We have the particle effect cloud and the lights, yes.
So in the color, I ended up overshooting the blue value to make it shine a little bit. So if it's
in the lights,
one,
you mean? Yeah.
It starts to emit light around it.
Oh wow, okay.
Because the intensity is over the threshold.
Is that just that's not like a special rule you made, that's just how it works if it's over one?
Yes, yeah? Yes, that's how it works. So probably it is similar to what we have in Unity. Like if we have bloom effect, that takes consideration. That takes the light intensity into consideration.
Right.
So it shines more. The higher values shine more.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if I can do that right now, but
yeah.
Yeah, this is promising.
You made a beacon. Feel free to share a picture or a GIF of it, dude. I really like that effect that you've got from that alone. Looks awesome, though, dude.
Yeah. So I have a pack of sprite sheets and particle effects. What is this?
Is that a leaf with some moisture?
Yeah. For example, like rain.
Okay.
So if you need some like this, I can hand it to you.
Yeah, I think maybe next week we can, before we stream, I can.
If you're not gonna use it commercially, you can use it because I paid for this, but like for you to learn.
Yeah, of course. If I won't use it in any projects.
Yes.
Legit ones. But yeah, maybe before next stream I can take that from you.
Cool.
Or we can borrow it. So then we can use those as we go on. I'll go through this example first, which will hopefully get me a bit more familiar with the flow of putting things together.
Yeah, now that I have this done, I'll also look at your screen as well. Okay?
Yeah, that's no problems. Thank you, dude. Good job. I like that. Hey, Alicia Griffin in chat as well. Nice to see you. We got Spacey and Alicia in the WoW club. It's the coolest club. Okay, so we've gone ahead and set the settings like it said. We're going to try and understand what it says for us to do at the moment. So this material, I don't know whether or not my model should be already textured with white, but we'll I don't know.
No. We can just apply a white color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we've made our dust poof. We've then made it translucent. So the blend mode here is What does that mean? Is that in a material when you merge things to? I don't know.
Yeah, so go check the blend mode actually in the editor and see what else you have there.
Additive modulate, alpha holdout, alpha composite,
So
masked and opaque.
for example, masked is for example, if you want a cutout alpha, masked is a better approach. Like you don't want it to have linear alpha, but like,
oh, right. So if it's just pure
off.
like 0 or 1 visibility. Right, okay. So this is saying based on the alpha, is it alpha blending then? Or like what are we blending between? Blend to me gives me the idea that you have two things that you're kind of...
It blends between this texture and what it sees behind, what it renders behind it.
So it says how the material's color is blended with background colors. Does that mean the color, like anything that's behind this effect, not within this? So like anything else in your game?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So if it's additive, it will add the color you have what's behind it. So it will be brighter.
So yeah, okay. So you can make like a lighting effect that way, right? Or a spotlight, or okay.
In other uses, like for example, we talked about masks, right? You can use a texture on another texture as a mask to mask it. Like you have a stone texture and a grass texture. You have another a mask texture. You mask the stone texture and put it on, add it on a grass texture, so you have another texture.
Are you saying confusing? I'm trying. Is the mask saying just don't look at that bit of it? Do you mean by that?
Yes.
Is it right? Okay.
Like, for example, you can use a mask texture as like a grayscale thing, and you can change the value. I don't know what the value is called, but you can change a value to use a portion of it, maybe even a greater portion of it.
Okay, I think I roughly get you. I think it's like examples as makes seeing it in action will normally help. Ooh, we also have an update from Apollyon. Apollyon's made himself a wonderful beacon of light. Let's have a look at this. Oh wow, it looks cool in the with the sky and everything as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of have a taper at the end of it.
Oh, what to make it less strong as the time?
Yeah.
That's a good way to like show like waypoints in that as well, Apollyon, I guess, right? Oh, thank you. This thing's cute. Okay, where were we? Quick start in this. Right, okay, so we've set up the start of this. Okay, and then right click in the graph, we want to type particle and select particle color. So this is similar to what you did earlier, right? So we're going to say, hey, we want particle color. And then it says, what? With Unreal, it frustrates me. Alt-Tab doesn't often work very good if you've got multiple windows open in Unreal. We're going to plug that straight into the base color of the material and then create a texture sample node. You can do this by holding T in the node graph. Okay, so connect this to the base color and then texture. So we're holding T and clicking texture sample here. Okay, with the texture sample node selected, locate the material expression texture base section in the detail panel. Right, click the drop down and type noise into the search bar. So that's going to be one of the default things. So this Berlin Noise M, I think it was called. Yeah. Okay. It says masks. Do we have to change that as well? No, that's already done. That's fine. Right click on the graph and type dynamic in the search bar. Select dynamic parameter to add the node. Okay. So dynamic parameter I'll do something with this now. In the array, change the name to a road. Right, click in the graph and type step. Oh, cracky. All these steps, I don't really know what they're doing, but that's fine. So we want to change this to be called a road. What it's told me to do. So this is the red channel of whatever texture we're using. Right, yeah, okay. I do remember stuff about that, about using like the RGB channels in order to you can encode data into, even though it's not actually to do with being red. That's just the channel we're going to be using. I don't quite know what this is. Is this the checkered effect looking weird? Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Or it could be the weird shape of my ball thing. Yeah, you can see the circles there. There is that. Hey Origin, we're not programming a game in its own right today, so we're doing a series on Sundays where we try and learn about different elements that are used within game development. So this month we're going to be looking at particle systems, something I'm very unfamiliar with. So particle systems are a way of getting like visual effects in your game, rather than the actual like the models and the physical 3D models or 2D sprites that you use in a game. Typically, these are more for visual effects like explosions or little dust particles or rain, or you could have it as a cloud or fog system and that as well. So it's just trying to learn about that. So it's not the most crazy exciting thing, but learning isn't always exciting, huh? Otherwise everyone would do it.
I was eating, sorry.
That's okay, fella. Okay. So we've gone to a road. Oh no, we've made out a road parameter, and then we're adding a value step node. Okay. And then in here we're going to feed in the RGB. So when we have RGB as an option, does that mean all three of them combined?
Yes.
Right, okay. And we're going to put that into a gradient. Ugh, I get really so confused by material stuff. Okay.
I think this quick start tutorial is assuming you know some stuff about particles and the materials as well. So
yeah, probably. But we had a whole different section we would do on like shaders and stuff like that, right? Right, let me try to remember where I was. Drag off the road. A node parameter and plug it into the mask offset value. This is now going off the red. Why does it? I didn't do that before. Up here they do it from RGB. So confusing. I'll plug that in.
So using the erode parameter, it will probably gradually change the texture.
Right.
And so we have a value step. Okay, we will see. We will see.
I just don't know why in this step here it uses RGB. Drag the RGB output to gradient, and then when we look at the next one.
What do you expect it to use instead?
Well, this next one has got the red in instead then. Instead of the RGB. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? It doesn't say at which point. Why did that change?
Yes, it doesn't tell, right?
No. And I don't know which one it should be in. Drag off the result output to the opacity. Okay, so this is something. I also feel this texture feels deeper than noise. Is that the same one they used?
It threw an error. Did you see?
If input A must be of type float. So I think that is why we do it with this. Oh no, hang on. Value step.
Yes. So you're passing in a vector 3 right now.
So that was the issue, but they didn't want to explain it in the tutorial. I'm really glad.
Experience it yourself.
I don't know what I'm looking at with this circle at the moment. Whatever. Okay. So we've done what it tells us to do. And then drag off the results of the value step node into the opacity. We did that. Click apply and save, and then you have your mesh shape and you have a basic material. Okay, so we've got the start, whatever. I'm just going to say okay. Don't know what it does.
It's really silly to start with a mesh to understand particle systems.
Yeah. But I'm determined we're going to go through it. It's fine. Okay. So next we're going to create an effect. So you create a Niagara system. The emitters and systems are independent. So first we need to make a system. So right click FX Niagara system. New system from. I'm not selected an emitter though. Okay. Whatever. FX Niagara system. New system from selected one. And create a starting point. It says simple sprite burst. And add the emitter to the list of emitters. The simple sprite burst is going to be somewhere in here. This plus. Okay. So that's what we're starting with. Footstep dust poof. I can't remember if there was like a FX we put before it apparently. Okay, so we've done our system. The next step then is open up the system itself. At the moment we've just got this little circle. Let's change. I don't know if I like this background. Can you change the background?
Window. Preview scene settings. Yeah, I spent 10 minutes figuring this out.
Oh, where is it? Did you say?
Preview scene settings. There. Yeah. Environment. Just take the show environment, I guess.
Good, thank you. Okay, right, let's carry on. Let's not get too confused. So the emitter instance in your new system has the default name of simple sprite burst. The emitter instance in your new system has the name of... What? Did it just say the same sentence twice? Yes, it did. This tutorial, I swear. You can rename it, however.
You rename your tutorials. And add an unfinished work in progress.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done that. We've renamed it. Until you set your mesh and material in the render, you'll not see anything in your preview. Well, that's not quite true because I'm seeing stuff in there. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go to render and make it render meshes instead of a sprite.
Yeah, we'll have a look. No.
Yeah, it makes you delete the sprite renderer.
Right. Okay. Sorry. In the system overview, render to the selection panel. I tell you what, I really need my tutorial on the other screen at the moment. I hate this. What happens in Unreal quite often is if you have any dialogue up when you alt tab, it then, like me alt tabbing right now, I'm doing it, and it doesn't change between the windows I'm trying to change between. So sorry for the sake of stress. I'm just.
So I mean, I was also reading it and helping you, but I guess we can achieve it. Yeah, it's all right.
I can drop the link in chat if that makes it better. Sorry, it's just stressing me.
That's better. You can also look at my screen. To see the tutorial because I have it on my first screen. I'm just kidding. Keep going.
Okay, sorry. It's like I've got too many things on my screen already. I'm stressed. Okay. I still don't even know what I just said to do. Where were we? In here. Okay, you're not seeing anything. So in the system overview, select render and open it in the selection panel. So in here, click render, sorry. Okay. So select the trash can icon to delete the sprite renderer. Okay, let's get rid of that. So now we don't see anything. Okay, so then we do the plus icon and we do the mesh renderer like so. And then we need to choose our, oh yeah, this hasn't got a texture on it either, that's fine. SM poof, let's look for that. Did I not call it that? No, they didn't tell us to call it that, I'm pretty sure they did. Oh, did I not rename it when I brought it in? Dust poof, they told me to. No, quick start, I called it because.
Quick start is a good name.
That's what they said to name the project, and I just called the mesh that and then imported it and didn't change the name. Okay, let's go back here. Now let's look for some. There we go, we got it. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Ideal. Okay, so click to enable override materials. This. I'm going to add one in. We're going to add in our dust poof that we made. I think. No, that's a yes. No, yes. Yes, that's fine.
Did you save
it? I thought I did. Who knows? Save, compile, save, compile. No, I didn't. Oh, it's something. It just deletes. It flickers on when it starts again. That's okay. Okay. Select material unit. Yeah, okay, we did that. For facing mode, click the drop down and select velocity. Facing mode. This velocity. Why is it not going? Hey. I really want it. Okay, so it's going to face the way that it's just got the velocity at the moment is making it go that way, I guess. From the content browser, drag your Niagara system into your level. Position it near the foot of the player character so you can check the size and shape of the effect in relation to the character. When you make a particle effect, it's always a good idea to drag your system into the level. This gives you a chance to see every change in editor. Okay, so save that for now. Let's go into here. There's our character and his feet. Not drag that, let's drag this. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's a bit large at the moment. What, was it gone as well? It first showed and now it doesn't?
Maybe it's not looping or something. It shouldn't be looping because you're just gonna emit it and it will poof every time it steps.
Yeah, but okay.
You can't see it anymore when you drag it.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing is once it's in, it's like, is there a way to just like show it or play? Oh, it doesn't seem so, does it? No, okay. So we kind of know that it's massive, but that's a really inefficient way to test it, I guess, in my opinion. But okay, so then it says you drag the system to level so you can preview it next to the player character. Next part, you'll edit the settings to create. Hang on, was I meant to make it look the right size? Because it's pointing the wrong way and it's gigantic at the moment. I've got a feeling this tutorial is going to be absolute dog shit. It's just a anyway. Okay. Edit the module settings. So the Niagara editor displays an emitter as a stack with several groups of settings. You'll edit the modules in each group one at a time. Some effects you create may have modules in the emitter spawn group or in the systems group. The effect you're creating does not, so you're skipping those groups. Means nothing to me. I think we're skipping the spawn and system groups or something it's saying. Right. We're just going straight to the update settings. First of all, you will edit the modules in the emitter update group. These are behaviors that apply to the emitter and that update each frame. In the system overview, click the update emitter thing. Update, emitter update, was that the one? I think it was. So no, to be honest, dude, I do quick. I'm not. Don't take. It's no responsibility on you, Apollyon. I've done quick stats before, and I found them okay as well. But it's just when it has things like the pictures are wrong and it had the same sentence twice in a row. It just makes you think that it's a new one that they haven't really gone over well. It's been a bit rushed. But never mind. You gotta try it anyway. Part of learning is feeling overwhelmed. It's not a problem.
So instead of emitter state, it asks you to have an emitter life cycle, or no? It has the emitter state.
So it says click on the update and open it in the side panel. Then expand the state module, which is already done. By default, the lifecycle mode should be set to self. Lifecycle is self, yes. Change the emitter state settings to the following values. So it'll give you a dust that appears once and then dissipates. So it's self, complete, infinite.
Why does it point out that by default the lifecycle mode should be self?
Yeah.
It is self.
Yeah. Oh wow, and a handy table. Hang on. Loop duration mode, we don't have that choice. What? These are different. Oh, I'm so upset by this. Behavior once or infinite.
Yeah.
Which one? I think these are the details we need to put in. Self-complete.
Really.
Once.
Maybe the version is different.
This is interesting. Okay. Take a swig of drink and relax. Okay, so expand the spawn burst instantaneous module. Spawn burst, yeah, it's already expanded. Set it to 10. The spawn count of 10 gives us dust cloud that is big enough to be visible but small enough to be plausible. So we're going to make 10 of these little things, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it will spawn 10 of them instantly on first frame instead of dividing them into several frames.
Right, okay. Okay, the particle spawn settings next. Then we're in the update, so we go down into this. Found the initialized particle. That's already done. under point attributes. Yeah. Lifetime settings, small arrow, select dynamic inputs.
On the right side.
Dynamic input.
Just type uniform there.
Uniform arranged.
Float.
Oh yeah, like the ones you're doing. Okay, yeah. So what was it before? I can't even remember.
Nothing.
Okay.
We were only setting one single float, I guess.
Okay. So here they should last between 0.4 and 0.6. Let's say. So let's go ahead and jot that in. See. Yeah, look at the color setting in the example. The color is a light tan color that looks like dust. Okay, so color is down here, I'm guessing, yeah. And we want to set it to 0.85. And 0.57 they've gone for, so we'll just go ahead and copy that. Yeah, it looks a bit more of a dusty yellow kind of color now. It's fine. Under mesh attributes, the mesh scale. This, yeah. Small arrow next to the Z field and do dynamic uniform range.
Just type, yeah. And also maybe we can use a smaller value in the mesh attribute, mesh scale, because our mesh looks quite big.
Yeah. We'll see what, hang on, what does it say? So it says to do it between 1 and 2 here. So are you saying that we should just do it as a lot smaller, like 0.1 to 0.2, for example?
No, let's try it.
Was that a like yes sort of thing though?
Yeah, let's try it, I said.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see it's adding like...
Yeah, you have several of them inside each other, right?
Yeah.
On top of each other.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Use the plus sign for particle spawn orientation, initial mesh orientation. So particle spawn plus orientation.
Yeah, so we will also add some rotation using the orientation.
Initial mesh
that way
orientation.
we'll be able to see different ones properly at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, so they're not completely stacked, I guess. Under orientation, click to disable orientation vector. You don't need it for this effect. Under rotation, enable rotation. Okay, we've done that. Click the downward arrow next to the rotation, and we do uniform range again.
Yeah, for most of them, uniform range should be the default one, probably. Yeah, so we can see them having different rotations now.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. This will give you a small amount of random rotation you want. Leave the minimum and maximum at the default values at 0 and 1. Okay, so that's just any rotation between 0 and 360 degrees, I guess, really. So, okay, that's fine. On the plus sign for particle spawn, we want to do a location and a cylinder location. It constrains the spawning of particles to a cylinder shape. So we're going to go back to particle spawn, do plus, we want a cylinder location. Like so. Okay, I'll have to have a look how this comes together.
No, it could help to re-enable the environment, maybe, because you don't know where you're looking at.
What, in terms of like the middle point of it?
Middle point and the angle. Maybe we can tone down the environment somehow. Can we do that? No. Post-processing? There's something called post-processing and lighting. Lighting as well. Lighting could help as well. Directional light intensity, like bring it
it's
down.
not going to change the background though. It's just an image. I think this is
But
just
it
going
could use the skybox lighting. I don't know. No. Then color grading in post-processing. But that would also affect the particles.
Yeah,
right?
let's just leave it.
Whatever. Silly.
Okay, so it's in some form of cylinder that I don't understand at the moment, but let's see what the rest of it says.
Okay, let's just turn off the environment again and open the bounds instead. Enable bounds. Bounds. Yes. Okay.
Why did it?
I
guess
don't
the
see any
bounds.
cylinders.
It's the bounds of once they're spawned. I think that's why it's moving each time, right? Because it's been spawned. This is not where it's the bounds of the cylinder. This is the bounds of the particles that were spawned.
Yeah. So what do you have in the drop down of bounds?
Just set fixed bounds.
Okay, whatever.
Let's just. I might just have a. Let's read through and see what it says. You want your dust clouds to stay close to the ground, so change the cylinder height to 1. You don't want the dust clouds to be much bigger than the foot. Change the cylinder radius to 10.
Switch back to selection.
Yeah. So the height was 1, radius was 10, they said. That puts them in a line. Oh. I mean, yeah, it kind of, it's okay-ish. Okay. That's fine. So particle update settings. Finally, you'll update the particle update group. These behaviors apply to the particles and update each frame. So this is where we can get them to fade out and things like that, right?
Yeah, we will use the erode parameter here. Right. Because we exposed it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It just said it said it didn't. I didn't do what I normally do to expose something. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so plus sign in particle update, we're going to do dynamic material parameters. So in here, that dynamic material parameters. Yeah, here erode is picked up. The renaming of it there. That was the block that we added in our material actually. We renamed it, so it picks it up from the
doing that
material.
Ultimately exposes the variables to the particle systems, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, hang on. We're meant to delete the scale color module as well. Let's trash can it. This is my trash can icon.
You can just click delete.
As in press the delete key, probably would do, yeah. Let's go back to a dynamic one. Okay, so in here, erode parameter we set up, and we want to do a float from curve. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Thank you. Right here. Float from curve. That's the one. Okay, so we're already seeing that it's linearly going out if we moved this. How do you add a new point in?
Right click. But instead of adding a new point in, can you right click on a key? Okay, yeah, so select both of them and select auto or something like this.
Okay, yeah. So it automatically gives you a bit of a slower and out, is it?
Easing, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Alicia. I've been blessed. What was the next thing it said to do? Okay, in the curve, right click around the middle of the line and add a key to the curve. There should now be 3. Oh, I said what to do anyway. Sorry. You will set the keys so that the dust cloud is opaque at the beginning of its life, but then thins and breaks as it ages. Okay, so they've done it a little bit different. We can still kind of do that. That's not a problem. They basically did it so around at this point, then drops off. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if you can auto that now, all 3 of them like you before. It'll turn it into something a bit more. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect, boss.
Okay. I guess we need our particles to be smaller, right? That's why it doesn't look like a cylinder.
I don't know.
Remember, we tried a smaller number, but we even need a smaller one, even smaller one.
Oh, you think? Back in the spawn.
Initialize particle, yeah.
This.
Mesh scale, yeah. Copy and paste. Yeah, we see more variance now. But the cylinder is horizontal, right?
It seems so. Okay, it seems like a fat. It's facing up, but it's very short and very wide. If that makes sense.
It's all right. Actually, right now we can save it and check it in the scene.
Yeah. Well, we have to drag it back in because that's fun.
What if you play?
Couldn't even see anything now. We saw it once.
We saw it once. Didn't we set it to loop indefinitely?
No, well, one picture said to, and then the other one said not to.
Okay.
You remember?
Okay.
Let's do that, shall we?
Would be easier to preview, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it was. Was it in the sport? No, it was in the particle spawn.
Properties, I guess.
Say that again, sorry?
It's about emitter properties.
No.
Emitter update? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
it's still looping once, loop behavior.
Oh, I don't even know what these were before.
We can keep it 1 second. It's gonna loop in it. Yeah, you can see it now.
Okay, so we could do it a bit bigger, maybe not much, but okay. So we go back into this and we go to, sorry, Danny?
0.02 to 0.06 or maybe double it. Oh,
you've gone big. Why am I typing them in? Sorry.
Paste. Really?
Was it in the air? Did I leave it in the air?
Yeah, that's curious.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Put it by his feet then, if he's running. There you go, there's your particle off your foot. Let's see how that looks, shall we? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, very good.
Very nice. Ship it!
Ship it.
Who wants to buy? Anyone want to buy? Shiver me timbers, is Dan up and streaming before the butt crack of noon? Whatever your noon, yes. Yes. Hello there, Partly, how are you? I offer you the oats I haven't finished eating yet. I'll sell it. Okay, I'll take that as payment. Oats, the half-eaten oats. It depends. Do you miss your mouth, or are you someone who doesn't eat all of it off the spoon and then puts the spoon back in to mix all that kind of saliva oats back in? Let me know, please. It's important to whether we accept the offer. Okay, carrying on with the tutorial. We did the curve. Click the plus sign in the particle update. Let's go back in. Particle update. In here, plus, and we're adding one called velocity. Add velocity from point. So add velocity from point. Oh, now it's come alive. Look at that. So it's all going in random directions from a point, isn't it?
They did tell us that we will. Okay, yeah, they did. So we need to fix the issue.
Yeah. Let me just. I didn't read the whole sentence. Sorry. Makes the particles move out from a designated location at a designated speed. You use. They didn't put capital Y on you there. You use this so the dust cloud particles start at the foot and move out from there. An error displays because modules are always positioned at the bottom of the group stack. That positioning places them after. Sorry, that positioning places them after the solve forces and velocity module. Fix this error. We just need to move it up, do we? Or click fix the issue to resolve this error. Where was the error? Oh, this.
Right side. You can't see the error really.
Oh, that. Yeah. So it basically needs to go up before we solve them. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sweet. Spacey, it's an act of getting a spoon and then you kind of catapult it into your mouth. Short range, open your mouth and then just flunk. And then it splatters on the old mouth hole. And then eat. Isn't that how everyone uses a spoon? Okay. Okay, we're good with that. We're good with that. And then in the add velocity from point module, set the velocity strength to 2.5, not 100. Oh yeah, that's a lot more reasonable. It does look quite cool, actually. I mean, I don't quite like the noise disappearing.
Yeah, well.
Is that, so if I wanted to change that, would that be more down to this being smoother? I'm just trying to make sure, like, I understand what is controlling. Because it's using that, like, oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I click the node and then it says value over it. Oh, I can still click through it. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to have it a little lower. I think the higher it is, it's more like angry disappearing. Whereas I think if we have it just a little lower, it goes, it's a little more organic. Yeah, I'm happier with that. Okay. A tip. You're so generous. Oh, thank you. That's kind. I totally kick up dust every time I walk. Yeah, of course. In the house, on carpets. Everywhere. Dust. Okay, what else do we need to change here? Anything else? Okay, we're going to add one more thing. Forces, acceleration force. So this is going to change the speed that it leaves, I guess. So let's go plus acceleration force. Oh, we're going to fix the issue again. I noticed it this time, Brainoid. I'm very smart. And we're going to set this to 200. What does this mean? Is this... Let me just read the sentence that goes with it. Oh no, the first one, sorry. You're going to use this to give the dust cloud a small amount of upwards momentum so the dust clouds spread out and up from the footstep. So 00200, so that means in the Y, in the Z, sorry, the up, it's going to go up. I mean, that's quite a lot. I'm going to break the rule and just go for 100.
Even lower.
75. It really goes out at the end, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go 50. A plus sign, particle, and then we go forces and drag. An error display. I think we might learn about that error by now. Okay, so fix the issue, drag. Let's see what we're using this for, if it explains it for us. Set it to 12. So the drag settings interact with the acceleration force and keeps the dust cloud's upward movement from seeming too unrealistic. Maybe that'll be a factor then.
We'll keep this small as well then.
Yeah, so yeah, that well, no, how about we? No, I think if we do a lower one, we're just countering what they said then, aren't we? So we can take that to 12, but then we can go to this and bring it up probably back to. Yeah, we'll go for 100, I think. That's fine. I'm down with that. Okay. Section result. You have created the dust effect, and you should be able to see it in your level next to the player start model. If the effect does not look right to you.
Can we play with the lifetime?
Is that, yeah, there's the rest of it doesn't seem to play with any other settings other than attaching it to the character. So yes, we can. Because you know I'm a stickler for the rules normally. Lifetime. So this would be in the update. Yeah. Oh, would it be in the spawn? Lifetime here. Lifetime, yeah.
Increase the lifetime?
What, just to last longer, you mean?
Yeah, maybe even double it. So, I just want more control on the dissolve effect. That's why I want to.
So you want more time for it to dissolve, you mean, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's make it longer and we'll make it dissolve quicker. The only thing, it has more time to float up.
Yeah, because they are disappearing so fast that like sometimes it feels instant.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. We can go in. So we'll have a look at that. We'll look at the update then. And we want to go into this, right? We want to take it. Something more like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks better already, but yeah, in my opinion.
Can you take me higher? I almost feel it's a bit too goes up too much though. Try to take the drag up a little more.
Okay, whatever.
It seems like it goes a bit
character as well, right?
Goes a bit slow. Yeah, let me just change. I just want to change the.
I'm curious if they're gonna do it using notifies or.
Oh, the animation-based sort of stuff. You mean, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will see. Let's save. Let's see. Doesn't it? It goes out quite a lot. Like a real lot. I guess from the side it looks okay. From the bottom, there's a bit too much. I don't like how much force there is going down. So let's have a look at this and see what we can do to bring it. I'm trying to mouse wheel in, but mouse wheel just goes in and out, in and out. That's really nice, isn't it? Good mouse wheel behavior. Okay. So is that because we're using this add velocity from point? That's the thing that's making it go out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't massively matter. Let's just carry on with it, and we can always come back and tweak it a bit. Looks a little less. It still looks a bit shit, to be fair. Ship. Okay. It's so dusty out here. Anyway, okay, so the next steps of the tutorial then Attach the Niagara effect to a character. Now you're going to add this effect to the character's run animation. In this example, you will attach the effect to a generic mannequin character included in the third-person template. However, you can use these steps to add a Niagara effect to any character you make. In the content browser, go to mannequin animations and go to third-person run and open it in the editor. Okay, so let's try and find that. Where's that thing? Oh. Mannequin animations, third person run. Okay, there you are.
Oh yeah, they're using notifies. Okay.
Okay, and then it says in your animation timeline, click pause. Thank you.
Oh, great frame.
Yeah, very.
Add a notify there.
Use the scrub point to find the moment the character's right foot hits the ground. Well, I think I did.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we are going to. Oh yeah, it's very.
Even look at the
percent
screenshot.
Yeah, it's very close.
Right on
0.14.
point. Yeah.
I'm just talented. That's all I'll say. Okay, locate the notify section. With notify, you're going to make the animation. You're marking the animation with a location for an effect. You'll see a line that runs down from the scrub bar in the timeline. Right click on the line and do add notify play Niagara effect. So was the notify section.
The top one?
Oh, this notifies, I see. Okay, these are related to that. I didn't see that. Okay, right. And on this line, we right click, add notify.
Play Niagara.
Okay. Markers placed to play with the default label play Niagara effect. With the Niagara effect notify selected, locate the anim notify in the details panel. Okay, up here we're going to choose our one, probably. Drop down to choose the one that we did. Yeah. And repeat the above step for the other foot. Okay, so now we want to get the next. Oh, to be fair, it was a bit early. That is where it hits.
No, it's looping.
What do you mean?
We changed it to loop.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, but I'm saying that when the foot hits the floor is actually in here.
Ah, okay. Well, they also pointed. No.
It's fire feet. Yeah, they did as well, but it's the tutorial.
Can you move it?
Yeah. Label? I'm gonna try and just drag it along to there, and then the other foot. It's when you kick up, you want the dust, right? So around here. So we go right click. I wonder if we can just copy it. Oh, crikey.
Control W.
No.
Copy and paste.
Control copy, control. No. Right click. Copy. Right click. Paste.
Perfect.
But are they at the right location now? Or do we not choose the location?
Probably you can. So when you have it selected, it has location offset.
Up here. Yeah. I wonder, can you move them? Like in here?
Don't know.
Don't think you can. Okay, so is it? I don't know which. It's going to be X probably. Just want to see. Can we see any difference? Okay. What about this one? Oh, is it because I'm at this stage? No, because it's. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we got something there. What? Okay, should we turn off the looping?
Yes.
Was it? I thought it was in the spawn. You say whether or not you want it to.
Update. State. Isn't it state? Oh no.
No, it's not. It's in the spawning of it. It might be in the, or the emitter
Ah, there.
Oh, was I there?
No, it was the life cycle. Sorry.
This thing?
Oh,
No.
emitter properties? What about it?
No, it didn't go into that one. This one.
Okay,
Emitter
here.
update. Once.
Fixed.
Alright, I think that's what they said. Let's go back up to the little stupid graph that they did wrong. Yeah, so they said self-complete once fixed one. Yeah. Cool, that's what they said to do, so we're going to save that. Okay. And then we want to go back into this animation.
This looks okay. Can you?
Yeah,
rotate and
yeah,
side view. Yeah, I think it's okay.
I know, like, it doesn't matter how good it looks because it's just a tutorial, right? But we're trying to learn if we did want to move things, how we'd do it. So if I want to move that out a little, I'd like to know. It's probably this. Let's just try 50 and see what happens. Okay, it's gone miles that way, so we want to just do -5 probably. Ooh, that's better. Pow!
And for the other one, we'll use 5.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to this one. Click on it. And +5. The origin should be in the center. Yeah, that's better. And then
Loop, play it.
Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Play. I mean, maybe it should be further back. I mean, if it's moving, he's not going to be running on the spot like that as well. We got to remember, right?
Can we see it in game?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Guess the lifetime is quite long.
It's hard with the zoom that they've got on the camera to actually see it. Oh, wow.
Nice. Exiting. The message is like, it's not crashed, we are exiting.
We haven't done nothing wrong. We're just going to close it for you. It's your computer's fault. That's what it told me. Your graphics card hasn't done this. I'm like, leave my graphics card alone.
It's okay. You learned how to do it, right?
Yeah, it seemed that we went through and we made our first particle effects anyway. And we missed the bot earlier. Sorry. Thank you, Roman Cruton, for letting us know how to become famous and buy followers. Much appreciated. Ah, he got the sword out. Smash.
I haven't really used it against real
real people. It's just practice, right? Okay, let's open my quick start example and hope that anything is saved. It's opening now, don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're on the edge of your seats. Let's get rid of the one in-game that we added. And let's actually change our blueprint for this dude. And let's add a bit of camera distance, shall we? Onto the old... Boom! The arm is now going to be 500. Fantastic. Oh yeah, its lifetime is far too long now, right? But you could have it when you land in that part of the animation. It does it. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know if you need to perfect it, but yes.
Yeah, I think so. The art of perfecting it is more about just learning. If I did not like something, how could I change it? Right now, I know I just need to go and tweak with the speed, right? The lifetime, how long it lasts, and the dissolve property. So I'd just be tweaking stuff I already know. So I agree with you. I don't feel that I need to go ahead and change those. But I think we've probably reached a good start point. I think that was the end of the. Let me just double check. There was nothing in that tutorial after that.
Yeah, it says on your own.
Oh, there's some on your own challenges. Let's have a.
You can use a ribbon to create a trail behind your character as it runs.
Okay. You can check out animation how-tos to learn how to create or modify additional animations for your characters. You can learn how to use animation blueprints to do even more with your character.
Well, we know about those.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving us so many ideas. So that was a particle effect that we were just making with. We used, instead of using sprites, we used 3D mesh instead. Okay. Hello there, Merlin. Just in time. We're about to wrap up, dude. I think the only thing we could do is use the Joe Heart sprite and make wonderful hearts out of him. But I think we can maybe start off as a refresher next stream with that.
Yeah, and you know the basics now, so it will be faster to move on.
Yeah. I think we'll try and do a refresher. So next stream we'll do like a fountain of Joe Hearts.
Yeah, we'll start like that, so you'll actually see how a particle system works, a proper introduction.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can try some smoke and rain.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'm imagining we can use that kind of stuff in cinematics as well.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah, to give like atmosphere with the. So with also with cinematic, there's two different things. You can use sequencer or matinees, I think it is. So again, that's like there's two technologies. Like one's older, one's newer. Oh, look at these flips I can do in the air. Woo! Sorry, I'm very much enjoying my third-person character at the moment.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. Nothing compared to the one we made before, but it'll do. It'll do. Weird artifacts going on when you turn quickly. Don't know if you can see. There's like a little blur behind him. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Merlin, I'm doing fine. We've had a little brief look at how particle effects work. Brain, if you want to show yours, that might be a nicer point to finish on rather than. Let me get yours full screen now. So Brain played around and made a wonderful nebulous, like gas clouds and sparkling stars environment. And you could just have that in the background of a game and people would think, oh my gosh, that's so good. But that's what was really cool about particle effects is you can have these cool, alive kind of effects, right? Which don't take a massive amount of time because it's coded, right?
Yes.
So if you had that as a start sequence and you were just flying through it on a camera, like I guess that's what you mean with cinematics, right? Mixing it with fogs and rains and stuff. So if you had that, I just feel that it's like it's such a very quick way.
They disappear immediately because like they are 2D.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah. I think
we also have a plan for next week.
Yes. So next week we will start off with doing a refresher. I'll try and do a sprite-based particle fountain of Joe Hearts. And then after that, we will then have a look. We'll see how that goes. And then ideally, we'd look at making clouds. We'll use some of these pre-made textures. So Braino did purchased a bunch of texture effects, like he's used here. So
I actually purchased them when I was making Astral Traveler.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
some time ago. Yeah, so we'll use some of those. So again, the quality of the your particle effects is also going to be based on the sprites you made. But these little circles that are glowing, Braino just made those quite quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's not all about... I think the thing that makes this look great, in my opinion, is the smoke effect, in the way that it generally looks like smoke and like cosmic-y sort of fog stuff, you know? And that's...
Yeah.
But it's just a 2D texture, an animated texture with X amount of frames. So I'm sure there's plenty of free ones you can get. You can probably make them if you're talented at that stuff. But a lot of and the complexity of it is actually from a lot of them spawning at once as well, rather than, it's not like one amazingly detailed texture. It's a bunch of small textures with slight variance in terms of scale, in terms of speed and transparency. So there's some explosion ones.
I have shockwaves.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Let's have a little look quick as well. Sorry, chat. Demon just finished Sudoku solver with Python. Awesome. Now you get to complete those Sudoku books really quick and lose on the mental exercise. But you gained a great mental exercise from doing that yourself. Good on you. Did you have fun? Oh, what's that one meant to be?
Electric.
Ah. Oh, wow. So you could, yeah, that could be interesting, couldn't it? So you could use like lightning effectively. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good ones. Useful, really.
Yeah.
These are electrons. And explosions. Fire. So you can color it to whatever you want.
Yeah.
Fractals. I don't know what that was. This is nice. Lens flare.
Oh, yeah.
I could use some like this.
Yeah, that could have worked in there as well, couldn't it? Oh, these are more specific lightning ones.
Liquid. Okay, like a splash effect.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Yeah, Merlin, you it is, wow. That's the only way we spell it. So these are a bunch of sprite sheets that Brain put up when he was making one of his previous games. Astral Traveler is available on Steam. Yeah, you can see the benefits of these you get is that you're able to get these kind of animations for these generic black and white effects that you can then color. You can plug into these particle systems and have them generate or move or fade or warp, whatever you want over time.
Yes.
Fancy. Okay. But anyway, okay, sweet. Did you change your red color to more vibrant red? Oh, sorry. Is that the color? No, I think red looks the same to me. You're a generic black and white effect. Thank you, Ruru. That's very nice of you to say. It's such a compliment. I don't think anyone's told me that today.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Yes. Chat. I need to get going as well. Anyway, dude. To be honest, I think we hit a finish point.
I can just do.
Yeah, we'll listen to a little bit of.
That's enough.
Come
so far. All right. See you, man. Thanks for this.
Come so
I'm
far.
saying goodbye.
No. If I keep singing, you won't go. We'll do Seal. Kiss from a Rose. It's fine. Right. Have a good day, dude. Thanks for helping.
You too. Have a good one.
Stay classy, fella.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Oh, crikey. The Discord window has gone into infinity. He's gone. Look at him, Brainoid, leaving us. Forever. He's gone. Oh, that was great. Okay, let me close that down. So, we had a brief look at particle effects. This is a healthy stopping point for today because next time we've gone through basically an example of Brain showing some of the settings and the effect they have. Then I went through an example on the documentation website. We're using Niagara, which is the new particle system. If you do want to do it yourselves, make sure you start a project in version 4.25 or later. But yeah, next stream, as we alluded to just a few minutes ago, we'll be looking at practicing again what we did, but we'll be using sprites instead of a model, like a 3D model like we made this time. We made a very simple weird blob effect that we were going to use. So we made this earlier just to use as a... it basically chucks this mesh in, but then it can apply that texture to it to make it fade out over time. And it creates multiple of them and pushes them in different directions, scales them differently, and that to make it look a little more, I guess, organic, you could say. But we made one of those. We'll probably use maybe a pig horse or a Joe or something like that to just have a bit of fun and try and learn what we can do with that. We can put some trails in. I think trails are a nice addition to games. If you ever make like a spaceshipy game or anything a bit futuristic or anything not realistic, like adding like glowing trails and stuff behind things can be quite visually or aesthetically pleasing. It does is so like when your foot hits the floor, that sort of thing. So they live a bit too long at the moment, but we know that we just need to go in and tweak the settings. But yeah. So for example, what you could do, you could probably do the same on the jump animation. So if I went into, just to show how this has worked, if we go into our mannequin animations and there's a jump, is there a jump land? Jump end, this one. If we go into this, he's having a good old time. So this is as you hit the floor there, right? So if we go here, and then we're going to add in a notify here, we want to add in a Niagara particle effect. And I'm going to choose our one. And we can scale it up to be bigger as well. So if we scale this to be like 3 times as big. Maybe not in the Z. I'm going to keep it that. So now when we land, that's definitely not 3 times bigger, is it? What? What's the point of that scale thing if it doesn't? Has it even gone bigger? All right, let's try. Let's get real with our scaling, shall we? 10, please. It's definitely not scaling, is it? It's the same bloody size. But anyway, the idea here is the same. I don't know why the scale's not working. That's something we can maybe have a little gander at another time. Yeah, I can't see anything else that's going to change the size of it. So for now, we'll just save that. But now, that's essentially what we did on the running animation, but this one's a bit simpler. But now what we should see is if we jump and land, it didn't do my animation, did it? Why? That was meant to show what we'd learned. There is meant to do that. We saved it. I don't know what we did differently. Let's open the other one. Go into the run one. We have a notifies in here. Location offset is all we changed. Attached is all the same. This is fun. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know what is going on here. Wormius, how kind of you. No, I think, well, I think we learned fine because it's doing the same thing in these as we have here in our... Oh, no, that's when they're falling, the jump loop is. That's a different one. The jump end. But for some reason, yeah, it's not playing. I wonder if it's because is it too late in it, I wonder, and it's blending the animation so it never actually gets to there. Let's try and put it earlier in the loop. I wonder if that... I know it's going to look a bit silly because Actually, no, I guess 1 foot has hit the floor at that point. We'll just do that and see if that makes a difference. There could be something like that happening in the blend space of the jump animation. Why does it not work? I don't know why that doesn't work. You know, I felt... I mean, we could try the starts just to... What's the... I'm assuming it's using these animations. So as it comes off the floor here, let's chuck in... Oh, hang on. Was it notify? No, it was the notify right one, I think it was. Yeah, and it was a Niagara. Yeah, there's only... There's not many other ways I could do that. Try and play that. Save. On this, you can see it plays there. That's fine. Let's see whether or not. Okay, it works on that. So something with the landing animation. So you see when I jump, it leaves that little tiny thing of dust there, which looks silly. But you could obviously make a different particle effect for it. But it's a cool way that you can have it so when you land, it could push out a bunch of dust around the character. That could be interesting. There we go. But there we go.